Hey, what I would like to talk about is for you guys in your 30s, 40s, even approaching your 50s, some changes that you can do in your training to avoid the nagging injuries that you accumulate as you get older. Some of these are going to be common sense, and some of these are going to be some things you possibly haven't thought about before, but every single one of them works. The first one is don't do movements that hurt all the time. Now, I'm not someone that would generally tell you to completely neglect a movement. Like, all right, let's say the barbell bench press can irritate your shoulder a little bit. So you might want to think about, if you're still in that mindset of a lift that you want to improve as the barbell bench press, is to possibly rotate that barbell bench press in, maybe every 3 weeks. And then you could do a dumbbell bench press another week, and then a incline press another week, or even just neglect the flat press for a while and just go with an incline press with the barbell. It will take a little bit of that stress off your shoulder. And as a guy who's been battling nagging shoulder injuries for years, it's something that's really, really worked for me. The second one would be that don't be afraid to train in restricted ranges of motion. And by that I mean, go back to the bench press. If you know a full range bench press to the chest bothers you, perhaps you do a floor press, or perhaps you do a board press, or perhaps you do a pin press where it's possibly 1 to 2 inches off the chest, where it's not you're still gonna get that stimulus that you want, but you're also not gonna be putting your body through that full range of motion. Another idea might be, for if you're a deadlift person, is to do a rack pull. So you're pulling from right above the knee, or possibly just right under that kneecap. And then if you're a person that loves to squat, go on a box squat, whether it's at parallel or maybe slightly above. And for me, that's one, because my knees, as the last couple of years, my knees have been bothering me more and more. So I find myself wanting to squat less and less, but I need that stimulus. I need that physical action of doing the squat to maintain the muscle and maintain the feel that I want to have. My third recommendation is to do calisthenics. And you might say, well, why would I do calisthenics when I get older? And the answer is because it takes some of that wear and tear off your joint. You're moving just against your body weight. You're at war against your body weight. And you could tell me right now, Jeff, I could not do a single pull-up, and that's fine. What you could do is some banded pull-ups, or if you have a pull-up or a dip assist machine at your gym, use that until you can get to body weight and be able to accumulate 5 to 10 reps in a set. And then from that point, once you can get 10 reps in a set, now you're ready to add weight. Another great body weight exercise is the push-up. And if you can't do push-ups fully, like I call it a chest to deck push-up, meaning my chest hits the floor every rep and I must lock it out. If you can't get above 15 reps on a chest to deck push-up, perhaps you should consider doing an incline push-up, where your hands are on a bench and then your feet are on the ground. And these are all movements that you can do. Again, for the pull-ups, try a rack chin, where you're hanging from a bar, put in the rack like where you would squat. Grab it with your pull-up grip, but put your feet up on a bench. And what you'll find there is your lats will just get wide as a damn barn door. It's a really great movement. Lastly, I want to touch on something that isn't really thought of as much as a training thing, but go for a walk every day. Accumulate 10 to 15,000 steps every day. Go for a 30 to 60 minute walk every morning before you eat anything. And if you can't do that, bust out what you can do and then work in a couple of 10-minute walks after some meals. And you will be amazed at how, first of all, how much better cardiovascular you feel. You're gonna sleep better. Your recovery between sessions is gonna be better. You're gonna find that your lower body starts to tone up. Especially if you're able to walk on both flat ground and a little bit of a hilly surface. And you don't have to bust ass. All you gotta do is accumulate the time, 30 to 60 minutes. Do that every day, and you're gonna be amazed at just how much better condition you are and how less inflamed that you are. Hope you found this enjoyable. Let's get monstrosities.